There's a story of a young girl, and her family and others had given her up. She was insane. She needed help. And so she was put away into an asylum where she would just get bare treatment. And not many people interacted with her. Nobody tried to help her or pull her out of herself. But there was a nurse. And the nurse just felt sorry for little Annie. And so she would eat her lunch by the cage. And so Annie sometimes would look at her, other times would pay no attention, as if she was never there. But the nurse saw something in Annie. And so one day she just left a brownie from her lunch by the side of the cage. Annie made no connection. When she went back, the brownie was gone. So every time she went, she would leave a little something. And people who had given up, people who had thought, oh, she's just another crazy child, started to see a little change. She wasn't angry. She wasn't as hostile. She started responding. And so as people looked around and started talking about her case, they said, you know, she's coming. So they sent her back to her family. But she didn't want to go. She wanted to stay. As she grew up, she wanted to stay around and be able to be helpful to other people. Little Annie was called Annie Sullivan, who also became the teacher of Helen Keller. I tell you that story because you got to have a good eye. It's very easy, like in this first reading with Jeremiah. Cursed be that and cursed be that, and these people, forget them. But these people, blessed are they. Jesus takes the other tact. He says, blessed. Blessed are you because you're mourning. And blessed are you who you're hungry. And blessed are you because you have nobody. And shows his care, his love for people. And if people don't cooperate, if people feel they have so much of themselves and they don't have to depend on God, whoa. No, he doesn't curse them, he just says, whoa. Valentine's Day. Day when many people are thinking about, they're looking into the eyes of the person who's going to take them into the prom, person who's going to buy them diamonds, person who's going to marry someday, or somebody who they've been married to for 20 or 30 years. Love is like that. But it takes a special one to be able to look at people who are old, people who are sickly, people who are neglected, people who are homeless, and see the eyes of love. Jesus looked over the crowd and saw something special. This week, we're going to enter into the Advent season on Wednesday. People will be thinking about, what can I do for Lent? What can I do? And maybe what you can do is just be loving. Maybe what you can do is to be able to share what you have received, the love of God that keeps us stepping every day, to try again and again, to have that eyes of love to make the world a better place.